YouTube, welcome back. Now, I know I've been away for quite a while, many reasons, but I don't want to bore you with the details. And besides, why does it matter? I'm here, so let's just get right to the content. What I want to do in today's video is, I want to replace or update the build guide that I did a couple weeks back, maybe even a month or something like that. The reason is, it's not because I explained something. I didn't do the explanations right, because I think I did a good job in terms of explaining why my season 10 build doesn't work in season 11. I think that is valid, but I want to update the part that wasn't valid because there was misinformation. Now, I kind of already know that most of the people watching already took it as misinformation because you're listening to someone to tell you to build Riftmaker. So, yeah, I already knew people were going to take it with a grain of salt. However, let me scrap builds that won't work. The first one is going to be Riftmaker. So let's talk about that. Now, why am I scrapping Riftmaker when I'm the one who literally said I'm going to build it? I came over to a discovery of, on its mythic passive, it grants you ability power. Now, that's a terrible thing because your adaptive force in your runes, both Conqueror and the stat tree, it converts into AP. That's terrible. That's something you do not want at any cost. And it takes too much. It takes too many AD items for it to convert to AD. So, in conclusion, what I'm trying to say is, I'm not gonna sacrifice my damage just so that I can have the Omnivamp from Riftmaker, the true damage from Riftmaker. I'm not gonna sacrifice that. So, this is my official departure from this item. It's scrapped, and hopefully I'd never have to build it ever again. Now, the second thing I want to scrap is Mythicless. The reason, even though I think it's a bad idea to go a mythic item for the sake of going a mythic item, I feel like even going Divine Sunder is better than going nothing. That's just the way I think. But yeah, I want to scrap the idea of mythicless because it doesn't seem right. Now, I have a little explanation for that too. It's this example. Okay, so let's pick a bruiser in the top lane, Mordekaiser. Okay, last season he built Leandries and went into Rylas or something like that. I don't care. This season, his first item is Riftmaker. Completely new item. He has a huge new spike now. But me, if I was to, like I was going Cleaver last season, go Cleaver now, what benefits am I getting? I'm not getting any benefits. Now, the reason why is because in general, the item really hasn't got any change. If you compare it from now to last season, it really has no change whatsoever. The only change it actually does is actually a nerf. A cost increase of 100 gold versus Mordekaiser's new item. What am I trying to say is, the Cleaver Rush that I would do last season, it can't be done this season. I have to do a new item. I have to get a new type of item. I need something else because I can't be using Cleaver anymore like that. It's just, well, not rushing it at least, because it doesn't feel like it works. So I came up with, after a long time of playing, all these months, lately I've found something that I feel comfortable with. Two or three potential mythic items. The first, which is probably the preferred and more favorite of the options, will be Stride Breaker. I pair this with Glacial, and I mainly want to use this against more the range type of comps, the harder to catch comps, because I like to see their feet frozen so that they can't move when I'm trying to kill them. And I think the main reason I didn't want to go Stride Breaker is because then if I go Stride Breaker, I'd have to go into items that I don't want to buy, which is Sterex Gauge and then Gargoyle Stoneplay, and it doesn't feel like me. Yes, it's good, but it doesn't. I don't think it's good for me, is what I'm trying to say. But I found sub items that actually could match my personality, and that would be Death's Dance and Spirit Visage. And I can, in terms of what I think, I feel like these 3 items, or 4 with the boots, is a nice core setup. In my opinion, you got the resets. It's really good, nice. After that, it's just situation items. That is the type of time I'm on right now. I feel like it's okay. Now the options, it can range from anything that you need, because sometimes, hey, they have a tank, you can go Cleaver. If they don't have a tank, you can go something else. If they have healers, you can go any Grievous Wound item you want. Okay, and if they don't, then you can move on to something else. Like I kind of really wanted the Omnivamp into this thing, but I had to sacrifice it because it's not really that important. It's more of a luxury item. I kind of, even though I really like Ravenous Hydra, it's more of a luxury item. If anything, this is more important. Speaking of magic resist, if Spirit Visage doesn't have that much magic resist, so if you want a little bit more magic resist, then you have the options of Force of Nature. Well, in terms of my options, it's between Force of Nature and Maw. In really specific circumstances, I hope I never have to build it, but it's between those 2. Or if it seems applicable, I buy Sterex Gauge, but I don't want Sterex Gauge because it doesn't have any cooldown reduction. I despise when items don't have that. But let's say you're not me and you want to build like fucking Meta Slaves. I don't worry, I got you guys covered too if you wanna go with these core items. First things first, we have to put your favorite God Almighty item, Sterex Gauge. That will come probably soon or something like that. Then you got your Grievous Wounds. This is in order, by the way. You got in terms of importance, or if not, you can get this. Now, the reason I put Cleaver all the way at the back is because it's not really that important of an item to you. It shouldn't be. But yeah, if you want more magic resist, you get this. If you want Grievous Wounds, I mean, I kind of already explained it. Now, the only difference here is there is no Ravenous Hydra and there is no Maw for the Meta Slaves. Now, why did I remove it entirely? It's because ain't none of you give a shit about Omnivamp. And second, why would you ever build Maw? You're not a lunatic like me, so I might as well take that out of the equation. So yeah, those are your options if you're them. Now that's the option 1. There's only 2 options in terms of the build play style that I'm on right now. Number 2 is going to be Divine Sunder. Now, the reason for Divine Sunder is mainly because I sometimes just want to deal as much damage as possible, and Divine Sunder just kind of fits that role. I will say, if you prefer, it's down to you, but if you prefer, instead of going Divine Sunder, you can go Trinity Force. It's a good replacement if they don't have healthy champions. But for me, I feel like Divine Sunder is just safer, so I just go Divine Sunder. But yes, you can potentially just put Trinity Force as a backup option if you don't want Divine Sunder in this second second playstyle or second build. We still have the 3 core items. It has to be those 2. What's important is this Winged Moon Plate, because you have no movement speed here apart from a reset in Death's Dance. But you want to get it like early or something as you get Divine Sunder. Anyways, I feel like these 5 items are mandatory, pretty much. What looks like a core build would be, or a core build would be those 5 items. 3 items. One of them is boots and one of them is a component. That would be the core. Now, when it comes to situational items, it looks something along the lines of this. You choose between grievous wounds. You choose between probably maybe even Dead Man's Plate if you want that movement speed. Ravenous Hydra, maybe. I don't think it's not that important. I think this needs to be put all the way back. Ravenous Hydra, if they don't have any grievous wounds or something like that. But I think this needs a little bit more testing. I've only played this like a few times. I had more experience on the Stridebreaker setup, so this needs a little bit more. So I guess for safety purposes, stay away from the Divine Sunder build. This needs more finishing touches. However, I feel as if the Stridebreaker one is solid for me at least. This is what I'm gonna be doing for a longer period of time. This is more solid. It has plenty of options after your core items, and you can move, which is amazing. So those are my playstyles at the moment. It's pretty much just two sets of builds, and that's all I'm on right now. There's no Rift Maker, no Eclipse, no Gore Drinker. Gore Drinker is horrible. It's only for champions that already have mobility or can already gap. Of course, I don't know. It's just not for Darius. I don't think it is. The Dustblade idea. No. I know I said something about doing a Dustblade build. It doesn't seem like it's going to be a possibility. Sorry, it's not happening. So you realistically, for Darius, I can confirm you have 3 options. Stride, Divine, and Trinity if you don't like the Divine. Those 3. Yeah. But obviously that's in order. So Stridebreaker is number 1. Sorry, I wanted to make a different conclusion to make everything all clear and everything all concise. There is the 2 builds. One consists of Stride and one consists of Divine. I think I explained I know I explained the Stride playstyle well. I think that is solid. What I'm not 100% certain about is the Divine. This needs a bit more testing so that I know exactly what the build is supposed to be. I know this is going to be the first 3 items, but the final 2, there's so many I guess it's supposed to be like that because it's situational items, but I'm not 100% sure in terms of the situational items. However, okay, so what I'm trying to say is this needs more testing. This second part needs more testing. However, the first one I think is solid. You can trust that for sure. Divine or Trinity Force, yes, I can feel the question. I can see why it's questionable, but this is fine. This is what I'm on right now, and this is something I can actually go with. So yeah, thank you for watching the video. Do the YouTube usuals, like, comment, subscribe, and watch more videos. And don't forget, all the links are down in the description below. That all you need to do is just click show more and you click on the links. Follow me on the socials and stuff. Blah 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 blah. You already know the drill. And have a nice day. Peace out.
Nothing but